Hi and welcome to Pharma Life Education YouTube channel. In the series of biochemistry video, our next topic was glycolysis. So today we will see what is this glycolysis. So coming to the glycolysis definition, glycolysis is nothing but breaking of glucose into two molecules of pyruvates. So what is this? So here glucose was there. So glyco means you can remember that as an glucose, and lysis means breaking down. So glucose was broken down into two molecules of pyruvates. This glycolysis pathway was being divided into three phases. That is nothing but energy utilization phase, splitting phase, as well as energy production phase. So there is a small mnemonic to remember this glycolysis. So remember this as glucose is father. He is having two sons of Ganesh and Dinesh. Okay, remember as glucose having two sons of Ganesh and Dinesh. So remember this story here right now. A good gossip. So the mnemonic for energy utilization was a good gossips. Good gossips gives fun and frustration. So a good gossip gives fun and frustration for these two guys, and they have splitted. They have splitted each other. So where they are having four properties, they have to bifurcate that four properties. So remember the mnemonics as like this: good gossips gives fun. This is F. Okay, fun and frustration to them, to these two guys, and they have divided. G and D was divided. They are having four properties, so they have to bifurcate that four properties here. So we'll see one by one what is this, how this code will be useful for you. And starting to the glycolysis pathway, as we have already mentioned that a glucose will enter into the cell, where it will be escapes from the cell also. To prevent the escape of glucose from the cell, it needs to convert from glucose to glucose 6 phosphate. So first step in glycolysis was also the same thing. So glucose will be converted into glucose 6 phosphate by the help of enzyme called hexokinase. So remember students, this one particularly, so wherever the kinase was coming, that indicates that there is an involvement of phosphate group, that too specifically ADP or ATP. So kinase means you can blindly remember in this pathway that there will be involvement of ATP. So coming to this one, so who will be performing this reaction? ATP. So ATP was involved here. So ATP will be converting into ADP in this pathway. And next one, this glucose 6. So, and also whenever you are studying the pathway of glycolysis, try to remember the pathway with the help of the structures. That will makes you more familiar to the pathways. And coming to this one, so the difference between these two was sixth carbon having a phosphate molecule. Next one, glucose 6 phosphate was converted into fructose 6 phosphate. So this is an example for aldose, and this is an example for ketose. Okay, so whenever an aldose was been converted into ketose, the enzyme is nothing but isomerase. So remember this code also. So the enzyme here was phosphoglucose isomerase. So how to remember this? Phosphoglucose isomerase is used to convert aldose to ketose molecule. And next one, fructose will be converted into fructose 1,6 bisphosphates. Again an addition of phosphate. The same thing what happens here, right? So when an addition of phosphate, as I have already mentioned that the enzyme was kinase. So here the kinase was phosphofructose. It is a fructose kinase, and here also ATP will be converted into ADP. Okay, ATP will be converted into ADP. Now this fructose 1,6 bisphosphate will be splitting. It will be splitting into two halves called glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. So you can see the splitting like this: 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 carbons here. Okay, so this is what the two structures here. So this two structures was all this splitting will be done by the enzyme called aldolase. The splitting will be done by the enzyme called aldolase here. And also this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone are interchangeable. Again the same concept here. This is an aldose example. This is an ketose example. So conversion of aldose to ketose can be performed by the enzyme called isomerase. Here the isomerase was triose because 3 carbons was involved here. Triose. Phosphate was also present in the 3 carbons. Triose phosphate isomerase. And next one, this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate will be converted into 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate. So that indicates that, so from here to here 1 phosphate was added, and also there is a removal of hydrogen also in this particular reaction. There will be two hydrogens will be removed from this step to this step. So the enzyme here was dehydrogenase. Okay, removal of hydrogen is a major step here, and also one more step will be happening. We will see one by one what are the 2 steps. And here the primary thing was dehydrogenase is the process. The enzyme here was glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, dehydrogenase. So what is dehydrogenase? Removal of hydrogen. So if one was removing hydrogen, automatically other should take the hydrogen. Who is taking the hydrogen? NAD plus will be taking the hydrogen and converts it into NADH plus H plus. And also the difference between these 2 structures was addition of phosphate here. So addition of phosphate means again phosphate should be added, but here the enzyme kinase was not involved, so ATP will also not involved here. Inorganic phosphate will be added to this reaction. Okay, so remember that this is more complicated reaction. Okay, right. Next one, this 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate will be converted into 3-phosphoglycerate. Up to here it is a reactions of change of carbohydrates, but from here it is completely non-carbohydrate reactions, right? So 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate will be converted into 3-phosphoglycerate with the help of enzyme called kinase. Again kinase was there, that is nothing but addition or deletion of a phosphate from the reaction. So here the phosphate was being removed. Sorry, third one, right? So first carbon phosphate was removed here. So this phosphate was removed, so it can be called as an it was performed by the enzyme called kinase enzyme. So here also phosphate was removed, someone has to take the phosphate, that is nothing but ADP will be converting into ATP. So ADP was converted into ATP here, right? Next one, 3-phosphoglycerate will be converted into 2-phosphoglycerate, and the difference between this 3 and 2 was only the interchange of phosphate from 3 to 2. So it can be called as a mutase reaction. So the enzyme here was mutase enzyme. So the total enzyme name was phosphoglycerate mutase. Phosphoglycerate. So you can remember all the names from the compounds itself. Okay, phosphoglycerate mutase here. This 2-phosphoglycerate will be converted into phosphoenol pyruvate. So what is the difference between these 2 structures was removal of water molecules. So removal of water molecules means the enzyme used here was enolase. Enolase is an enzyme used here, and also water molecules will be eliminated from this step. And next one, this phosphoenol pyruvate will be converted into pyruvate. So ultimately our last step was pyruvate is a final step for this glycolysis. So pyruvate is the final step. So phosphoenol pyruvate will be converted into pyruvate by the enzyme. See, again you have to observe the difference here. So the difference here was removal of phosphate. Removal of phosphate means our old friend kinase will be coming here. Pyruvate kinase is an enzyme here. So here also ADP will be converted into ATP, right? So this is what the overall reactions or overall pathway for this glycolysis. Now we will see what is the steps or how to remember these pathways and what are the phases in this pathway now, right? So this is the overall skeleton of this one, removing of the structures. So glucose here was converted into glucose 6-phosphate, right? So from glucose to fructose 1,6 bisphosphate, these steps are called as an energy utilization phase. So these steps are at energy utilization because ATP is the energy for cell. So this ATP was been utilizing by these particular steps. So whole process can be called as an energy utilization phase. And now it was been splitted, right? So this was been splitting, so this can be called as a splitting phase. Splitting means separation here, so or dividing or breaking down, right? So next one was from here to the next part, last part, it was been consuming the energy, sorry, it was been producing the energy, so it can be called as an energy producing phase. So remember that energy utilization phase, splitting phase, as well as energy production phase here. And also remember one more thing, this dihydroxyacetone will be converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate again, and it will be undergoing the same reactions. Okay, so we will see the now we will see what is the coding or mnemonics for this particular reaction. So the mnemonics for this particular reaction was, as we have discussed about called right, good gossips gives fun and frustration. That's what the mnemonic for this energy utilization phase. And it was separating two people called Ganesh and Dinesh, which they are bifurcating their four properties. You can remember the mnemonics like this for this glycolysis pathway. And next one is energetics of this glycolysis pathway. What is energetics? Energetics are nothing but which gives you energy by the overall process, right? So we are going to calculate what is the total energetics of this particular glycolysis pathway. So coming to this one, so as I have already mentioned that this dihydroxyacetone phosphate will also converts into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. This dihydroxyacetone will be converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which will also undergo the same reaction and producing one more pyruvate. It will be producing one more pyruvate. So overall, how many pyruvates we are having? 2 pyruvates we are having now, right? So in the same sense, everything will be into 2. So every step will be undergoing into 2, right? Because this dihydroxyacetone will also will be converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and the overall process will also be converted into 2 times. So everything will be twice. So from here, whatever happens, it will be into 2. Now we will be calculating the energetics based upon this thing, right? So coming to this one, first of all, what is the first compound which was evaluated from the energy production phase, right? So 2 NADHs, 2 NADH plus H plus was came out from the reaction, and also 2 ATPs here, 2 ATPs was been produced here directly, and 2 ATPs again in the last step, 2 ATPs in the last step, right? So overall we are having 4 ATPs and 2 NADHs in the reaction. But ATPs are currency of the cell. But what about these NADHs? As I have already mentioned in the previous video in the introduction to carbohydrate metabolism, all the NADHs which was produced in the TCA cycle will be entering into the ETC electron transport chain and producing the ATPs there, right? In the same sense, one NADH is equal to 2.5 ATP. So how many NADHs we have produced? 2. So 2 into 2.5, it will be 5. So here in this step we are having 5 ATPs indirectly. Directly how many ATPs? 4. So you can remember that instead of remembering this NADHs, you can directly go and say that 5 ATP. So how this 5? Based on 2 NADH plus H plus. Okay. So overall how many ATPs was been produced here? 9 ATPs. 9 ATPs was been produced in the overall reaction. And coming to the splitting phase, there is no energy gain or loss from this step. But here in the energy utilization phase, we are having loss of 2 ATPs. So loss of 2 ATPs can be represented like this, and the overall reaction will be giving for glycolysis was 7 ATPs. So you can remember that overall net ATPs for this, for the energetics of glycolysis will be 7 ATPs. And next one was significance of this glycolysis pathway. So this glycolysis can be called as an universal pathway because this is a pathway which will be happening in all types of cells, right? So this is the only pathway in all types of cells, irrespective of organism. All types of cells will be undergoing this glycolysis pathway. Only source of energy for erythrocytes, right? So erythrocytes will not have mitochondria, which the cells which are not having mitochondria can also produce energy by using of this glycolysis pathway. Anaerobic glycolysis are major sources of energy for muscles. Anaerobic means absence of oxygen. Provides carbon skeleton for synthesis of non-essential amino acids. This is the reason why we are calling this as a non-essential, because this can be produced in our body itself. So non-essential amino acids will be provided by our glycolysis pathway itself, and also glycerol for fats will also be produced from our glycolysis itself. So this is what the significance of the glycolysis pathway. Hope you have understood the video. If you have really understood the video, then like, share, comment and subscribe to Pharma Life Education YouTube channel. Thank you.